Hello and welcome to the next chapter in the Jones Jails, and today, as you can see from the title, we are back with some more Stitch Crashes Disney. So this is August Stitch Crashes Disney based on Snow White. A little bit before we get into that though, I want another rant. I feel like I always start these Stitch Crashes Disney with rants. I could get into a rant about the virtual queue, but I think we all know it was pretty much rubbish. Again, Claire had to pick this one up for me. I joined the virtual queue in the morning. I think I ended up in the queue about 5 to 8 to start the queue for me. Claire jumped in sometime later and somehow got in ahead of me. I mean, I get the point of the virtual queue, but once you're in the queue, anyone else after that should go behind you. People shouldn't be able to jump ahead. That seems to be the point of the virtual queue, especially when this was after the release had started. I think Claire got in about 25 past 8 in the end. Luckily got Plush and pin as usual. That was frustrating enough. And another rant about Hermes. We know Hermes aren't a great delivery company, but normally I don't have any issues. My job is pretty good for my area. And Claire's is not too bad than she orders things, but it was, I think it arrived Saturday, I think it was on the end of this, and Claire's parents actually came home from being out and found the box just dumped on the front garden, no notes on the door, and just luckily it wasn't raining or anything like that, and it didn't get wet, and the box wasn't damaged, damaged the contents, but that's just awful. I don't know why, you know, somewhere out there there's not some sort of regulation to look into Hermes the way they do this. But just get it out of the way, once I get that little rant out of the way to begin with. So we get into this, so we've got our Plush and pin as usual, plus our plus one and a freebie that came with this one this time. So let's go through what we got in our box this time. So we will start off with our freebie first. So this came, if you spent £40, you got this free on any purchase on the Disney website. And it is this Walt Disney Pictures backpack, pretty good sized backpack as well. So I try and get a bit of air into it and see how big it is. Do pretty like this, nice colour as well, nice little feel to it. Hoping it's waterproof, decent little size with a little pocket in the inside there as well. So that'll be good. And I'm thinking next Disney trip this will be good for that. I think my old Disney bags need to be replaced. So my next Disney trip, obviously pocket at the front there as well. Next Disney trip, whenever that might be, I think I will be using this. They did retail at £22 originally, so I got it for free. That's pretty good. Nice, I say it's a nice colour as well, nice little blue backpack that. So next Disney trip I'll be using that. So that was a nice little freebie, free of £40 purchase. I believe the time of filmers, I think they're still on there. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure they are still there. And my freebie this time, I risked it and went for another Funko Pop, same range as I keep buying, and it was Raya. So this is like an action pose Raya there. She's flying over with a sword, or she's also down on one knee. Doesn't have the hat in this one. Box came in pretty much mint condition this time, thankfully. I think there is a slight crease. There's just a slight, when you can't even see it on the camera, it's a slight here, so that's not too bad this time. So if we look at the back of the box now, we've got this Raya, we've got Sisu and Tuk Tuk. I also picked up, I didn't show it in a video, I'll just grab it quickly. I actually visited Double Box Toys last week. If anyone hasn't been and get there, go visit Double Box Toys. Their shop is awesome. But I picked up this Riot with Tuk Tuk, Amazon exclusive. Had to pick it up because of the Tuk Tuk there was a great price. So now I need to pick up. Some of these have been reduced, so I might try and pick them up when I can. But this Riot with the hat here, I need the Mori, I need Noi, and I need the Ongus. And I think there's a Fox version of Ongus and a Fox Sisu as well. I think that's all of them. Unless we've had a few more out at some point, but that was nice to add another Riot to our collection. I said some of them are reduced on Shop Disney at the moment, so I might try and pick those up. But that's my freebie and my plus one for my Stitch Crashes Disney parcel. So let's get into the main thing now and show off our pin and plush. So starting off with the pin, we've lost our envelopes. The envelopes aren't coming with these things anymore, but thankfully he has arrived safe and sound. They just put this plastic seal over them now. And it doesn't do any damage to the pin or the card backing, which is good. There he is, Stitch, Snow White. So he's full of kind of flowers and things on him. And this little apple, it's kind of like I always said, rubbery kind of feel on just the apple there. That is a pretty nice looking little pin there. I do enjoy getting these in. So let's add them to our folder. So there we have our August Stitch here with Snow White with apple. Obviously next to July's Sleeping Beauty version. These collections are super awesome to collect. There's 4 more to go now. Obviously September, October, November, and December obviously as well. I am wondering going further forward whether if they do another collection next year, whether I'm going to collect it, because as awesome as these are, I love to collect them, whether it's worth the stress of trying to pick these up, because they are getting just super hard to pick up now. We'll see, it depends what it is. I think I said I wasn't going to pick up this year's, but since it was Stitch, I just felt the need that I had to. So moving on from the pin now, finally what we look forward to the most. Here he is, our Stitch. I do love this one. I think the blue Stitches are the best ones, just simply for the fact that Stitch is naturally blue, isn't he? And I think the way colour comes out. Apple is nice and bright and colourful as well. He looks smooth normal. He has a really soft all round feel. I do love showing off his little stamps on his feet there. So there's the little Stitch Crashes Disney stamp. So what I've noticed, he's got quite a lot of characters actually stitched on. So as you can just see here on his chest, after Apple is Snow White. We've got, I believe, Dopey up here on this here. I guess Dopey on both ears, in fact. That looks like Dopey again as well. And then on the back we've got another dwarf, albeit the evil witch actually. My parents perhaps more like the evil witch with something. And then we've got a few forest animals, looks like a deer and a few birds. But that is a super nice. The pattern's always generally pretty nice. This one is the same as two, all around, super soft, nice soft material. And the blue, I think he just looks better in blue because that's his natural colour, that's what we're used to. I think he's more kind of this colour blue than the dark blue normally, isn't he? But that is good. That is one of my favourite ones. That's probably in top 3, this one. I think the blue ones just look better. The little apple's pretty cute there as well. Pretty sinister little face as you see in the film as well. But yeah, there he is. Stitch Crashes Disney August edition, based on the Snow White. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you for joining me to show off the new Stitch Crashes Disney and my little rant there about Hermes and the virtual queue. Probably could have done a whole video just on them if I really wanted to. But we don't want to get led behind on that. Also, we showed off the bag, which is awesome. I said these are still free on the website. You can get one. Go and get it. It's £40 spend, the free, worth having. Obviously showing off our new Riot Funko Pop, thankfully with very little damage. If you're going to get the rest of this collection before they all sell out. Some of the flocked ones might be hard to find, but I'm going to try and find them. Obviously I showed off the Riot with Tuk Tuk. I highly recommend going to have a look at Doorbox Toys. Check the website out. I think they're open 10 till 4 pretty much every day. Go check them out. They have an awesome shop and they have some awesome things there. Got the pin which I put in the box, so I won't show it back out, and obviously the Stitch plush. So quite a bit in this video. I'm quite glad this now because I don't have to wait. I think it's Jungle Book next. I could be completely wrong on that, I'm afraid. I will put a caption it if I'm wrong. But I think that's the next one. But thank you for joining me for today's video, showing off our newest Stitch Crashes Disney here, which is super awesome. So thank you for joining me. And this is the end of today's Jones Journal.